So you can see here how we've got our tomatoes and zucchini cooking. We chunked everything up, put it all in the pot. It's been cooking for about 20 minutes. Now I didn't add any liquid. This is all the liquid that came from the tomatoes. And like I said, we've got...
You did add more garlic.
I did add another spoonful of garlic, another teaspoonful of garlic. And we've got yellow, red, and green tomatoes in here along with some zucchini. I didn't have any onions today, so I'm going to add about a teaspoon of onion powder and about a tablespoon of basil. Basil always helps bring out that tomato flavor in the tomatoes, in your tomato sauces. So I always add a little basil with these kinds of things. You could also throw in some oregano. You can throw in what's called Italian seasoning. That's kind of a blend of all those Italian spices. But I just like basil.
You add any salt?
Salt, you want to add a little bit more salt. Good point, Fred. Thank you.
How much salt have you added?
I put in 1 tablespoon when I first started, or 1 teaspoon when I first started cooking. I'm going to put in about the same right now. And this is a good basic sauce. Now that it's kind of cooked, you want to take the lid off and let some of this liquid cook off so it gets a little thicker. So keep it at a nice...
Do you add anything to thicken it?
I personally don't. If you wanted it thicker, you could probably put in some cornstarch, a tablespoon of cornstarch maybe, and that would thicken it up. I really don't think you need to, especially when it's this chunky. A chunky marinara sauce like this does not need to be thicker. Tomato paste would make it thicker as well. Again, I wanted to keep this all out of my garden. This is a completely out of my garden batch of sauce.
So some of these vegetables were really, really ripe and probably not so great for salad. Some of them were green because we had to pick them due to weather conditions. And this is a good thing to do with them, huh?
Yep, totally.
And then we're going to can some of this, just put it in jars.
I think we're going to can some of it because we can't eat all of this at one time. But that's basic marinara sauce 101. I'll have the recipe on the blog, and email me if you have questions.